Oh, what's up, Cannonballs? We're back for another one for a short, quick second. Um, anyways, I just came on here for a short, quick second, and it's a lot of things that I had to, that I seen that I kind of just wanted to give my own opinion about. Hold on, you guys, I got a yawn. Oh, that's just, you guys don't notice about me, but when I yawn, or when my eyes watery, or when my eyes get watery, that's when it's time for me to go to sleep because I'm getting sleepy. But I got this fan going, so you may hear it in the background, so you may have to excuse me. But yeah, there's a couple of things I've seen on YouTube for the past couple of days. You know, I hear people say they do YouTube for maybe, I guess, a hobby, which is kind of hard for me to really believe, because when people are constantly making videos, I would think that you may want to check. So all of this hobby crap, I don't believe that. I really, that's just another cover up, just to really just keep from saying, oh, I'm on here just like everybody else is, just maybe one extra couple extra dollars, which is ain't nothing wrong with that. But I guess they probably be a little too high to say that. They don't want to come off as needy. And I say that anybody that's on here on YouTube is needy, but sometimes, hey, ain't nothing wrong with it. Ask, if you're down and out, if you need a little extra money, hell, get behind that camera and get to talking, and you'll see that people, hopefully you will get the amount of you know listeners to listen to you. But one thing I do not like, and I'm gonna just say this: I do not like when people come on here and say, "I'm on here for the coin. I'm on here for a coin," but at the same time, I want to talk about and go so low below the belt and talk about someone's situation. You know, and in my eyes, I feel like that diminishes the message that you are putting out to your audience, because not only are you being nasty, you know, and hurtful, but you're being disrespectful on purpose, and it's not even comedic. It's very, very offensive to those who may be in certain situations, to a person that you are talking about. And it's funny that, you know, you can say that you are this and that, but still come on here and showing us fleshly, well, really, the flesh side. I mean, all up and down through you, the fleshly. I call it, it's the flesh, but I'm just saying, it's just real. It just goes to show that some of the things that you really be talking about is really not too much something that I would suggest a few people shouldn't even listen to, because it's fake. It's fake. It's fake. You know, all this, you want to drag somebody, you want to read somebody, all this reading bullshit. I'm sure some people can read you about your life. Stop hiding and stop covering up what's really going on. Because I'm going to just say it like this: I commend every black male, okay, every black male that choose to live in their truth and not wait till they get up in age and then play with the people and they come back and say, I'm this and I'm that. I commend those types, but I don't commend the ones that want to sit around and put up a persona and have these women thinking that, oh, this person may want me. No, they want the other thing, which is the dick and ass. You know, I commend the ones that live in the truth. I don't commend those. I don't really too much give the ones that is wishy washy, playing both sides of the track, to be exact. Yeah, those types, and playing this holy role, and but then want to come back and just be all nasty. And another thing too, because I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out. I'm gonna call it out. People have got to stop trying to find. Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Something's coming up. Okay, I'm back, you guys. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm okay as a sinner. You know, I can't find justification or really make an excuse about the way I live my life. And I find it to be funny that there's people out here trying to convince other people that the way that they are living their lives is pleasing, in the sight of God. And it's not. You know, at some point you have to come to grips with yourself and want to do a 360. Now, granted, you have every right to live your life the way that you want to live it, but me personally, I just know that at some point in my life, I will have to, live all the way totally right. If I want to enter the kingdom of God, if not, I'd be going to, maybe, I don't know. I don't want to say that like that, but I don't want to, go to other places. That's not going to be so pleasing or happy for me, you know. And I would want to deceive my followers because trying to find, trying to find an explanation or making an excuse on why you do the things that you do to your followers or your subscribers. It's just, to me, it's BS. It really is. It's just like me. It's just like me saying, "Oh, how can I put it? What type of an example can I put? How can I put this? That's just like me saying, "Oh, you can walk in the store and get you anything that you want, just as long as you don't get caught. You're all fine. You're just fine." You guys will be looking at me like, "What? You're crazy. You're wrong, and you're stealing. You're a thief." Back in those other time, in them times, they would have easily cut the wrist off you because you've been stealing. You know, so when people get on here and be trying to make excuses for their sins and the way they are living their life, I just find it to be very, very, you know, not so true. It's not true and it's not right. You know, we sin. We sinners. Just keep it real. And I feel like when people try to make excuses for the way that they are living their lives, it's just a defense mechanism. Because they can't come to terms with the fact that the way that they are living their lives is not right. And a lot of times, and that also falls back to people be talking about how they scared to die. A lot of people be scared to die because they don't really know where they're going because they haven't been living their life right. Me personally, have I ever had a moment that I was scared to die? I would say yes because I wasn't ready because I needed to fix some things in my life and I still need to fix some things in my life. So therefore, yeah, I'm not ready to see the man upstairs because I need to fix some things in my life before it's that time for me to go. I want to when it's that time for me to take accountability for the things that I've done in my life. I need to be right. I don't want to die in my sin. Well, I don't want to die while not being all the way right. With myself and with really not myself, but with really with the Lord. I want to be right. And I would feel like I'm doing my audience a disjustice because I'm telling them something that me and me and you guys may know that may not be so true. But I'm trying to convince you that it's true. Come on now, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. But who am I? I'm just a little old me. But I have to get that out because I notice there's a lot of people that's on here. They love quoting the scripture. They love saying this and that. But at the same time, we're still living the way that we are living. We're still doing the things that we are doing. We're still saying the things that we are saying. We gotta fix that. I gotta fix that most definitely. You know, I gotta fix it. And this is not, a I'm looking at you and judging you about, the way that you want to live your life. But it's just sometimes for me, when folks come on here and they want to try to tell people about themselves and make excuses for the way they make excuses on how they do things in their life. It's just like, it just sounds like a contradiction, It sounds like a contradiction, and it's just sound like you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself, you know. And I don't want to keep lying to myself. Sometimes when I do make decisions that I know is not so good, I think about it. I think about, dang man, I really didn't want to do that, but I felt weak, to my flesh. Felt weak to my flesh. Felt weak to my flesh. But I'm honest like that. Everybody's not gonna be honest like that, like I am. I don't like, I don't mind calling myself out on the things that I have done. Because sometimes I would say, in order to change, you have to really want to change for yourself, not for people that's around you, but for yourself. Keep it real. Don't be, everybody want to walk around and say, we keep it real, keep it real. But you know what? You got to keep it real with yourself before you are able to keep it real with everybody else. Because I wouldn't be on here trying to say I'm doing this and that for money. I just wouldn't be one of those types. I wouldn't. But at the same time, I want to say I'm all this, and I want to be this and they be that, and oh, praise Jesus, and I can't do it like that, because then I'm the one that's being a totally well, I'm really being opposite of what I'm trying to portray out there. It just looks crazy. Oh my goodness. You guys, I don't know what's going on with me, but it just sometimes I just have different opinions. And I'm not telling anybody to change themselves. It's up to you to want to change. But it just sometimes things don't sit well with me when I see other individuals coming on here and they say they are for one thing, and then they turn around and do a whole nother different thing. And it's like, wow, I thought you may have been cool, but maybe you're not that all the way cool. You got some things that you may need to work on with yourself, because you really can turn people off from you that may have liked you by your attitude and by the things that you are choosing to say about the next man. Help your brothers. Help your sisters. Why do we, why I would say, why do you have to always tear them down about something? And that's the problem. That's, honestly, I would say we are, I'm not, well, I can't say we, I would just say sometimes, I would just say sometimes I can be a problem. And when I say I'm just speaking in general. I can be the problem, because I don't know what the next person that's going on in their life or what's on their psyche. But when I get online, I choose to be nasty. And that's only making the problem worse for that person, because it's like, words don't hurt. Sure enough, words doesn't hurt, but words will stick with you. There's a lot of things that I have heard people say about me, and it stuck with me. Even though I didn't care, but sometimes that shit would come up in my head, be like, damn, that person did say that to me. And I was like, damn, I was really fucked up. I was like, just taken back. But, at some point, you got to get over that and give it, hey, give it up, just give it up, give it to God. Give it to God and let it go. Let go and let God. You can forgive them, or me personally, I don't understand people that don't go around forgiving, but it's best to forgive, because how do you expect God to forgive you if you're not going around forgiving other people? Like, is God gonna has God ever has God denied you of forgiveness when you have done wrong in His eyesight? I don't think so. You know, he still loves you. He may not want you to do what you're doing, but he still loves you. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Hopefully this video is not all over the place. I just had to get this out. I just had to get this out. Cause I just don't like I don't like that nice nasty behavior, and this whole I want to help somebody out, but at the same time I want to tell them about themselves and tear them down. You know, because sometimes sometimes you really got to think. You know, sometimes when you say certain things to people, it really can really get to them to the point where they may want to take themselves out, which is why I had to check myself a few times and not want to say mean things. You know, it was times where things were said to me kind of harshly, you know, but that karma that came back to me, it came back to them too as well. And I wasn't going to be on a parade of ha ha ha, that's what you get, because some real life stuff would happen to people that was talking trash to me. Maybe in my life and on YouTube, but I wasn't happy to hear the news that happened to them, because I don't want people to be hurt or in accidents or gunned down for the color of their skins. I was ignorant at some point to say that about an individual, and I don't want that to happen. And I think sometimes that just be the I would say what I can. How can I say it? I would say I don't want to say the evil side, but they're not so well. I would say the ungodly side. Sometimes the ungodly side can come out of me a whole lot. But I'm trying to work on myself. I don't know. Sometimes when you have, I guess it's not. It's really not. It's really not an excuse for it, because no one have forced me to get online and be so nasty. Just I guess it's just sometimes when you are in battle, and I'm telling what you may say. But for future for future perfect for future, I can't say the word right. Oh my goodness. For the future, you know, just try to be mindful and try to watch out what you say, because what you may be speaking out for someone else can easily come back on you. You know, me personally, I have been, you know, not a victim to it, but I can attest to it. It has happened to me. All that trash talking, and not even on YouTube, but in real life, being nasty to people has came. I have got that karma back twice. It was just really really hard. Twice as harder. It came back on me real hard. But I learned my lesson. And I know it's not gonna be the last time, but you know, it's just a reality check. And I had a big reality check a few years ago. You know, but on that note, you guys, I'm going to get out of here, and you guys have a wonderful Sunday, and be blessed and not stress. You know, every day is not gonna be easy or happy or really happy days, but try to make the best out of it. Peace, my cannonballs. We're out.